Well, hello Rockhounds, Lapidary lovers, Mike here. Welcome back to my channel. So what's going on over at the tumbling station today? Well, this middle tumbler over here, 6-pounder there, has been in polish for a couple of weeks. So I think the rocks in there are probably done and probably really pretty. So I'm going to do my usual thing. I'm going to take that tumbler off. I'm going to empty it out, rinse the rocks off really well. We'll take a quick look at them over at the workbench. Then they're going to go into ultrasonic cleaner for about 45 minutes to get all traces of polish off of them. And then we'll dry them off and have a close look at them under the studio lights. I think there's some really pretty rocks in there. I think you're going to be impressed, so stay tuned. So let me get started cleaning these up. Oh, nice looking stuff. Wow, yeah. It's a heel from a Montana moss agate. That's pretty. Alright, I'll put these in the ultrasonic cleaner as I look at them here. That's a big quartz nodule, but it's got some amazing colors in it. That's why I picked it up. Nice. There's some bright red Jasper. I do hope the color's coming through. With some, looks like some veins of chalcedony in it. So sort of a jasp agate. Some aventurine I found out in Wyoming. Very nice. Got a few fissures in it, but it tumbled up nice. I tell you, I can't even feel that. It's so smooth. Another Montana moss agate. I like them when they've got these little drops of moss in them. That's very cool. I think so anyway. Another rock I found in Wyoming with some purple and green. It's kind of an odd combination. No idea what kind of rock it is, but it's very pretty. Mystery Wyoming rock. No idea what it is. Some Arizona rainbow petrified wood. Do like my Arizona rainbow. That's nice. Another big chunk of it right here. This probably came from the Dobell Ranch, where I get a lot of it from. I'll put a link to my adventure at Dobell Ranch in the upper right. You can check that out if you like. It's a place where you can go dig your own wood. Another big chunk of petrified wood. It's got a pretty big fissure in it, which did not smooth out that nice. But oh, look at that side. That's obviously the money side right there. That's beautiful. Got a lot of rocks here. I think I'm going to have to put them through the ultrasonic in 2 stages so I don't overload it. Just very colorful pebble. No idea. No idea what that is. Some kind of agate. Oh, look at that. It's got a piece of the media stuck in a bug in it. I'll have to dig that out. All right, so I think that's about as much as I'm going to put in the ultrasonic first time around. Well, except for that. That looks like a thin slice of graveyard point plume to me. I'm going to put that one in too. I'm going to put the rest of these. Another Montana moss. Some Mexican crazy lace. That's another one that's got a piece of media stuck in it. I'm going to have to get a couple pieces of media stuck in it. I want to dig those out. I'm going to put these down here in this bucket of water and keep them wet until I am ready to ultrasonic them. There's a lot of Montana moss in this batch. There's some more. Yeah. And dig media out of that one too. Okay. Some more petrified wood. Another, I have no idea what it is, but it's pretty. It's a slice of carnelian agate. There we go. Okay, that one's not stuck in. Some sort of amygdaloidal material, maybe amygdaloidal rhyolite. This is a rock I have been trying to clean up. This has been tumbling for the better part of a year. And It is harder than you would think it is. It's some sort of white agate with some pink and brown in it and some clear chalcedony. And I'm going to give up on it because I don't think I can get any better than this. It's starting to break up. Some more Wyoming aventurine. That's some more Graveyard Point plume agate right there. What we got here? Some sort of plumy, pretty jasper agate. Where did I collect that? I would say probably Wyoming, but it could have been Nebraska. I am not certain. And some more aventurine. I think that's it except for the media. Okay. Okay, so those can sit in there until the ultrasonic is free to do them. So if you've been watching my videos, you know by now I like to ultrasonic my rocks between stages to make sure none of the previous grit makes it into the next grit. Okay, the reason I do it at the end here with a little Dawn dishwashing detergent is not for that reason, but to make sure I get all of the polish off of these things. Because if you let the polish dry on, it's going to create a film that's very hard to remove and dulls the shine of the rock. So we're going to let these go for about 45 minutes. We'll get all of the polish off these rocks and out of the nooks and crannies of them. Yeah, see, look at that. Polish coming off in there. This water will be cloudy after 45 minutes. The rest of the rocks are going to sit in this bucket in water so that they don't dry out and develop that hard, crusty film before they have their turn to go into the ultrasonic. So that's why I do it this way. And it produces really pretty shiny rocks. So okay, after all these rocks go through the ultrasonic, look at the polish coming off down here. Yeah, there's a lot of it. After all these rocks go through the ultrasonic, I will dry them off, and we'll take a look at them in my studio under really good lighting and critique them. And while I'm waiting for the rocks to get through the ultrasonic, I have a lot of rocks ready for stage 2, so I'm going to refill the drum here with some rocks ready for stage 2, put the media back in it, put some 220 stage 2 grit in it, and get it spinning again, and maybe a little over a month and a half, it'll be done again, and we'll have some more pretty rocks to look at. It's just a continuous process. So let me do that while I'm waiting on the ultrasonic. Okay, here they are ultrasonicked and dried off. And I got to tell you up front, with a couple of exceptions, I'm not really very happy with this batch. This batch has issues. Let me pull out this Montana moss agate. It's got a little bit of water line in it too. It's got a polish on it, but it is not a great polish. Not a great polish by any stretch of the imagination. And with only a few exceptions, almost all these rocks are like that. Most of them do not have a great polish. There's one or two here that are pretty good. With a petrified wood, it's okay. I'd call that acceptable, although not exceptional. Yeah. But this piece here, I would say, is not even acceptable. And this piece of crazy lace down here, I would say has a really good polish on it. Looks pretty good. Very interesting with that crystal-filled vug that goes all the way through there. It's full of druzy quartz. I'd say it's got a pretty good polish. It's got amazing colors to it. So those are kind of the exceptions. The rest of these, pretty dull. And I was very disappointed when I got a look at them after they were dry. I think I know what went wrong, and I have a couple of prime suspects in my sights. First off, this one right here, this rock right here, this has no polish at all, really.
And I don't know if it's showing up in the video. Let me see if I can zoom in as much as possible here and get a good focus. This thing is just full of pits. Absolutely full of pits. I think that this rock was probably shedding particles. And they were probably causing the rest of the rocks to be dull during the polish phase. That's a suspicion I have. There's another rock here that could also be a culprit. Although this one took a halfway decent polish. It's not great, but I mean, it could have been shedding some particles too. This is a rock I found at a roadside in Texas, and it's full of crystals. Well, you can't really see them in most places. The crystals have kind of disintegrated, which leads me to believe this could possibly be a culprit too. Some sort of porphyry full of crystals, and the crystals have pretty much disintegrated and may have shed particles that caused the rest of the batch to be dull. And that's a shame because there's some really pretty rocks here. Yeah, this Jasper, again, it has a polish. It's just not a great polish. It's kind of a dull polish. This quartz over here, again, I mean, for quartz, it's not bad. Quartz is a little softer than a lot of these agates, so it can tend to be a little beat up when you tumble it with agates, but it's not terrible, but it's not great. But speaking of the agates, here's another Montana moss agate, and the polish on it is just not acceptable at all. It's just too dull. I think I called this graveyard point plume. I'm not sure that's really what it is. I'm not 100% certain now. I don't really remember what this is. It's very pretty. It actually has a halfway decent polish on it, but again, it could be better. This Jasper agate, it's turned out halfway decent again, but it could be better. This is definitely graveyard point plume right here. That's actually not too bad. I might put that with my okay exceptions. But the rest of these rocks, the aventurine, the other agates, the other pieces of petrified wood, they just don't look all that good to me. I was very disappointed about this carnelian agate. This is probably one of the hardest rocks in this batch. The carnelian took forever and rough to smooth out, so I know it's a hard rock. And yeah, it's got a polish, but it's not a great polish. It's a little frosty. All right. So what can I do about this? Well, first off, I'm going to set these two rocks aside. All right. What I might do when one of my tumblers becomes available is I might put all these rocks in it, with the possible exception of that one, because I spent a lot of time digging the media out of that hole. I don't want to have to go through that again. And I think it has an acceptable polish. It's a crazy colorful rock anyway, so I think it looks pretty as it is. So I set that one aside. The rest of these, I might give them another polish cycle. Like I said, minus these possible troublemakers. With a lot of media and some more polish, and see if I can get these looking any better than they are. Because they're just, the more I do this, the higher my standards become. And, I just can't accept this. It's got to be better. So I think I may have discovered the problem here. One or two problem children, one bad apple spoils the bushel. All right, so you may see these again in the future after I repolish them, and hopefully they'll come out a lot better looking. Okay, if you guys found this video at all interesting, educational, informative, inspirational, if so, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to see my future videos, including possibly these again in the future. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot for watching this one. Bye.